Surgery in May of last year. I was about 355 to 360 pounds. I've lost an amazing amount of weight. Right now I'm about 220. I just started back exercising. It took me a while for my brain to catch up with my body because this emotional eating that you do. Gastric sleeve changed my life drastically. I had hypertension for 26 years, depression for 26 years. Then I developed diabetes. After I tried every diet in the industry for that many years, I created a really big problem for myself. So metabolic syndrome is when you have 3 or more obesity-related diseases. So then I developed diabetes type 2, and then I had, chronic kidney disease stage 2.
Wow.
So then I started getting sick, whereas I was doing Zumba 3 or 4 times a week before. I ballooned from 280 pounds up to 320 to 3. I couldn't even stop it. It was just like everything that I ate went straight to fat, no energy. My metabolism was null and void. I could barely move. So I got to a point where, I kind of almost gave up. And then I started doing research on the sleeve, and I started doing, I really started just learning how to stop eating like that. That emotional eating that I was doing, I was living to eat. So now with the surgery, I eat to live. So it's a really, really, really good procedure. It changed my life. I don't have hypertension anymore, diabetes, second stage chronic kidney disease, and I don't have depression anymore. So I don't have anything. I don't have to take like a pill a day for any reason. And then I go to the gym daily. I lift my weights. Losing 100 pounds drastically changed my life because now I have a social life. Before I didn't want to go anywhere because I was worried when I walk in the room and I was so big, you know what I mean? I didn't want to have to go with the, oh, look at her, and the, you can't get by and you can't go to the movies because you can't fit in the seat. And, now I can do all those things, I can run again, and it improved every aspect of my life. So I went in, I did a lot of research on Dr. Cabrera. I was able to meet him at a seminar that he did last year, which was a life-changing event, because once I met him at the same seminar, then I was able to make a definitive decision and say, you know what, I've got to do this. This is going to change my life. So my doctor said like I probably had 10, 15 years to my life and got rid of 4 diseases. So it's like, it's amazing.
Like when doctors come and talk to you about surgery, right? No doctor comes and takes time off to come and talk to you about surgeries like this.
Exactly. Exactly.
And they tell you exactly what they're doing, and you come to friends.
And everything that they're telling you is true. Everything. And they treat you so, so good. And I hate to say, I live here, but there's a stigma attached to going to Mexico, having a surgery that is not true. It is very clean. They are very businesslike. These people are so friendly. You don't even get a chance to ask a question. They're attentive. They're going to be at your beck and call. Like, you can't even turn left or right. Somebody's going to be there trying to help you. What is it that you need? I didn't feel any pain at all. I actually woke up and Dr. Valenzuela, she say I took my clothes off, like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I'm so hot. That's the only problem that I had. Other than that, I didn't feel any pain, but you must get Gas X because they blow your stomach up so far to be able to do what they need to do. So coming out, that's going to be your problem. That is the pain that you're going to feel. Other than that, just taking out the drain, which is not even a biggie. No pain. I was up the next week, moving around, and from that day to this one, my life has made an amazingly drastic change.
Congratulations.
Go ahead. Thank you. Thank you.
Did you tell your coworkers what you were doing before you went to
No, I didn't tell anybody really. I told a family member or two. Yeah, I didn't tell anybody because you know why? I don't want to hear your naysays. I don't want to hear you say, oh, you're going to Mexico, you're going to die. You know how many people told me that? Like really. And then I got to a point where I realized like they would like to keep you where you are for whatever reason, that they need to see you fat and miserable, so then they don't have to look at their self in the mirror. They can just point out everything that's wrong with you. Oh, you can't move, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. So I didn't tell anybody because I was just like, okay, this is me. And I went by myself. You know, I'm fearless. I went by myself. No fear. The only thing to fear with this thing is fear itself. Fear will immobilize you. It will keep you in a obese state. And I had a friend that we buried last week. She called me 4 weeks ago and she says, Ange, please give me the number to the doctors in Mexico Bariatric. I need to get there. The doctor says if I don't lose this weight, then I'm going to die. She had a massive heart attack, and we buried her Saturday. She didn't get a chance to call. Thank you. She didn't even get a chance to call. The fear. I think she was scared, and I told her, I'll go with you. I'll hold your hand like the entire time. Don't even worry about it. Let me make your down payment. Because I just, of course, you don't want your people to die. And she left. So I'm grateful to God, and it is amazing. That's basically it. And now I eat to live, and I eat very little. I had, before, I would gorge on food whenever I'm feeling emotional or relationship problems or just anything. I'll find any kind of reason to eat late at night. I have lays by the bed. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm chewing. So chewing. It was the whole chewing thing. Like, what am I eating? Is it what I'm eating or is it what's eating me? So it became, I was able to take a look at, it's what's eating you that you're dealing with. And once you have any gastric surgery, you're going to realize that now you got to deal with those emotions up front and personal, because if you overeat, then you're going to be sick. So then you're going to learn how to live an entire different way, and you're going to understand that you cannot, you just can't keep eating. You got to get to the gist of the entire problem, which is most times something else. So gosh, it was a wonderful way to be able to change your life. It's permanent. It's gonna, it's gonna add years to your life, and your social life is gonna improve a lot. So that's basically it. Thank you guys.